sit up tall and place your hands on your knees and look down at your feet. So in yoga, we talk a lot about true north position. And true north position is, sorry, I don't know why I'm having trouble here. Come on. There we go. True north position is where your joints are all stacked on top of each other. And we can still do this in chair position. So look down, your knees are on top of your ankles. Your big toe is facing straight ahead at 12 o'clock. Your shoulders are on top of your hips and your ears are in line with your shoulders. So in seated yoga, this is true north alignment. Your thighs are pointing straight ahead. So, and your feet aren't back, but they're right underneath your knees. Sit up tall. And we're going to go through a brief body scan to begin the practice. You can have your hands on your knees, or you can put them so your palms are facing up. And in yoga, that is to receive. So however, if you want to be more grounded, your hands are like this. If you want to receive, place your palms up. Close your eyes, sit up tall, draw the crown of your head towards the ceiling and feel engagement in your abdominal muscles. And that engagement should feel like we're all of the age that we wore, and maybe we still wear blue jeans, that you're zipping up your favorite pair of blue jeans, that tucking of your belly. Sometimes we say it's drawing your belly button in and up, but I like that concept of sucking up your favorite jeans. It's not a pair of jeans that's 2 sizes too small. It's your favorite pair. It's that slight tuck. And that's engaging your abdominal muscles below your 6-pack muscles, deeper. And that is that core engagement that we'll use throughout this practice, in particular, maybe when we're doing balancing. So sit up tall and breathe in and out and visualize your breath coming in, filling up your belly, up into your chest and out. Do that a few more times. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now close your lips and breathe in and out through your nose, maybe constricting the back of your throat and beginning your ujjayi breathing. Breathe in and out. And one of the things that we can do in yoga is have a mindfulness practice, which just means we're not thinking about a list or we're not thinking about what we're going to do next, but we keep our mind focused on what we're doing right now. And a really good way of staying mindful is by counting your breaths. So let's start counting our breaths using ujjayi breathing. On the count of 4, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold and breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Hold, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold and breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do a brief body scan, starting with our toes. Wiggle your toes. Bring your toes up off of the floor and lower them down. See if you can lower your big toe and then the rest. Now move up to your arches. Are your arches collapsed? Are your knees going in towards one another? Draw your arches up and back. So bring your arches up off of the floor, and that draws your knees slightly apart. Feel the heels. Maybe come up onto your heels and kind of roll your heels around. Feel your whole heel. And now place your foot back down on the floor with those raised arches. Your shins are drawing. Maybe you can feel them and engage your calf muscles and come up to your knees. Your knees are perhaps hip width distance apart and onto your thighs. Your thighs, as you move up, you engage your abdominal muscles. Tuck your belly in and up. Sit up tall and come up through your belly, the core, the fire, where so much of our energy derives. And come up to your shoulders. Maybe roll your shoulders around one way and then the other way. And draw your shoulders up to your ears and then lower them down your back. Draw your shoulder blades together. So your shoulders are going down your back and come up to your neck and roll your head around a little bit so that you can feel the flexibility of your cervical spine. And up to your chin and your mouth. Maybe your tongue is at the roof of your mouth. Relax it, bring it down. And unpurse your lips if they're pursed. And we thank our mouth for all that we do with it. We enjoy food, we talk, we kiss. Our mouth is a wonderful thing. And up to our ears. And maybe we don't hear the way we used to, but you hear me now. Listen for the furthest sound that you can hear. Now listen for the closest sound. Maybe you can even hear your heartbeat, or a clock ticking, or a car going by the street. And come up to your eyes. My eyes are closed, and I don't see as well as I used to, but wow, when we can look out and see all the beauty, it's a marvel. I'm grateful for my eyes. And right up to the crown of our head, reach the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Sit up tall. See how that feels. And slowly blink open your eyes. Here we are. We're in our room together. Draw your right arm up to the ceiling and look up at your thumb. Grasp your right wrist with your left hand and draw yourself over towards the left, just at your waist. Hinge at your waist. Reach that arm back up and shift. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and hinge at your waist. Just tip over as much as you can at your waist, keeping a straight spine. Draw that arm back up. Look up with both of your hands. And now reach down and place your hands back on your knees. Sit up tall. Reach your hands out in front of you like you're stopping someone. We're going to open and close our fingers 30 times quickly. I'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Lower your hands down to your knees. Place the tops of your hands on your palms. Your fingers face each other and lean into this. We're stretching out our wrists. Now, see if you can place your fingers so they're facing your body and try to stretch away from that. Big wrist stretch. Now place your hands on your knees with your fingers facing the front of your room. Grasp your fingers together, reverse, and draw your arms up. Lower your shoulders down your back if you can. Good. And bring your hands down. Let's roll our shoulders around, maybe counterclockwise or clockwise, it doesn't matter. Keep your hands on your knees. We're just rolling our shoulders. We're trying to keep our spine straight. Now go in the opposite direction. We're rolling it out. Draw your shoulders up and down. Lower them as low as you can go. See if you can get your forearms almost on your thighs. So that seated position, it's not one that we do very much, but this is, in the age of sitting at desks, looking at our computers, we are kind of walking around like this. So these wrist exercises that we did and drawing our shoulders up and down our back is really to help us counteract that hunching that we are all doing these days as we sit at our computers. We're going to now really stretch out our neck. I want you to draw your chin to your chest. Inhale and look up. Exhale, draw your chin to your chest. Inhale, look up. Exhale, draw the chin to chest. And one more time. Inhale, look up. Now, with low shoulders, dip your left ear towards your shoulder. You're not taking your shoulder up to your ear. You're taking your ear to your shoulder, however much of a stretch that is. Look up, breathe in. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Shoulders down your back. Inhale, look up. Again, left ear, left shoulder. Up, right ear, right shoulder. For me, this side, I feel this more profoundly. Look up. And again, left ear, left shoulder. Up, right ear, right shoulder. Now we're going to put it all together. We're going to kind of go around the world with our head. So when your chin is on your chest, you're exhaling and you inhale as you come around. Ujjayi breathing. Exhale as you're coming around. Go really slowly and exaggerate this movement, drawing your ear to your shoulder and back and coming around, right ear, right shoulder, exhale around. We'll do this a couple more times. And now reverse, go the opposite way. And one more time. Good. So we've woken up our neck a little bit and our shoulders a little bit, our wrists and our hands. Let's now come to our pelvis and our hips. So cat-cow is what we can do in a seated pose. So in cat, we're hunching over and we are rounding our back and we're drawing our chin to our chest. And then we inhale as we come up to cow. We open up our shoulders, we pop our chest out and look up. Cat, exhale, round. Draw your pelvis towards your chin in a way. And now shift back, pop your booty out as you start to look up and draw your chest through your arms. We'll do this 4 more times, very exaggerated movements. Exhale and inhale as we look up. Exhale as we round. Inhale as we look up. Exhale as we round. Inhale as we look up. And one more. Now stretch your arms out wide. So this is another variation. So your arms are almost like you're in Warrior Two arms. They're out wide, they're parallel with one another. One's not going like that, they're parallel. Now, inhale and round. And exhale. No, inhale and expand. Exhale, round. Inhale, expand. Exhale, round. Inhale, expand. Good. Bring your hands back down. Now we're going to place our right heel or right ankle on our left leg. So you can see I'm trying to get my left leg completely in alignment on, true north. So my toes are facing 12 o'clock, my knees right on top of my ankle. So I'm not like this, I'm not like that. It's not all the way back. It's straight up and down. You can see how much my knee is bent. So some people can have their knee completely flat. I can't. But I'm going to press on my knee, and I'm going to press my knee away, and I'm going to sit up tall. And this is a little bit of a hip opener. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale as we're pushing away. Inhale. And exhale. Relax your hands. We're going to wake up our ankle. So start rolling your ankle around. See how flexible your ankle is? Maybe it's not very flexible at all. We don't roll our ankles out very much, but just try doing that. And now go in the opposite direction. See if you can flex your toes, kind of opening your toes up. That's really good for our toes. In the winter, we're always plugging our toes into even sneakers, that have wide toe boxes, but we're always cramping our toes up. See if we can let our piggies free. Good. Stretch that leg out in front of you. If you want, you can grasp your thigh and flex your toes, and now rotate your foot around and then the other way. My ankle just cracked. Good. And lower down. We're going to do the same thing with the other leg. I'm lifting my left ankle onto my right knee, looking at my alignment. So I've got my legs in a good position. And I'm going to press on my left knee now with my hands. I'm pushing it away and breathing into this. So I have a lot of sensation in my left hip. My left hip is grumpy. So I really feel this. I'm feeling my left hip saying, "Oh, you're stretching me." And it's like, yeah, and it's good. This is the example of when it doesn't go, I'm not going, ouch, but I feel it. And it's like, that's sensation. And in yoga, we breathe in. When we have these sensations that we're saying, this is tough, this is when we employ that Ujjayi breath, and we breathe in and out. And we concentrate on our breath, maybe even counting our breath to help us bring some energy to that spot that may be complaining. Now let's roll out our ankle on this side, flexing those toes, opening them up as much as you can. One way and then the other way. Good. Now stretch that leg out. You can grasp the back of your thigh and roll out your ankle one way and the other way. Bring some love to that ankle. Great. Come back to a comfortable seated position. So we've done a little stretching out. Do any movements that you need to feel good. Some even grasping, coming up and sitting at the edge of your chair. Grasp your hands behind you and draw your shoulders down your back and sit up tall. This for me feels really good. This is a chest opening. And because we sit hunched so much, to be honest with you, we can't do enough of chest opening, and it really gets your shoulders back. And it's an exaggerated movement, but it's a good movement. So if you've been sitting all day, do this. Draw your hands down your back. So my hands are down here, and I'm really drawing them down. Good. And roll it out. Good. So we're going to do our version of a vinyasa, where we're going to go through a flow. And typically, this is where we would build heat. So before we go into any deep stretches, we want to build a certain amount of heat, mostly in our belly. So this is the flow. Kathy's seen this. So we start with hands at prayer. I'll go through one so you can get the feeling. So hands at prayer, and then we go up to mountain. And when we're here, we want to feel that engagement in our belly. We want to reach up, even look up, spark our fingers up. We fold down. So now my fingertips are on the floor, or perhaps you can get your whole hand on the floor. My hands are outside my feet, hands at floor. We come up what would be a halfway, hands on knees, extend your back out long, and then we come up into a chair pose. We're extending our arms forward. We fold down again. We use our abdominals to come up into this seated mountain pose. We look up. We bring our hands to our heart. Here's where we exhale. We take an inhale. We fold again. Come up halfway. Mountain, hands at prayer. So that is one sequence. We'll do it kind of quickly, and the point is to build some heat. So think about the breath. So when we go hands at prayer, breathe in and out. When we expand, we breathe in. When we fold, we breathe out. When we come up to hands at knees, we breathe in. When we come forward to chair, we breathe out. We breathe in when we bring hands to prayer. We breathe in, we breathe out. We breathe into mountain. We fold, we breathe out. We breathe in, hands at knees. This is where you're elongating your breath. We exhale when we go to chair. We breathe. We exhale. We inhale, go up. I'm kind of screwing up the sequence, but we breathe down to fold. Breathe out, hands at knees. Breathe in, breathe out when we go into chair. Hands to prayer. I've got my sequence messed up here, but anyways, we're just going to go through mountain, breathe in, exhale, breathe out and fold. Breathe in, hands on knees. Breathe out, come to chair. Breathe in, come up to mountain. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, hands at knees. Breathe out, come forward to chair. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, hands to prayer. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in up to mountain. Breathe out, hands folded on down to the mat. Breathe in, halfway, hands on knees. Breathe out into chair. Breathe in, mountain, look up. Breathe out, hands to prayer. Good. Breathe in and out. Do you guys feel any warmer? Tom, are you feeling a little bit warmer? You can go like this, you can go like this, or like this. So yeah. So, well, actually, we're wanting to build a little more body heat. So let's go through two more rounds of these, and we're going to do it faster, okay? So we want to try to build that body heat. So hands to prayer, breathe in and out. Breathe in, up. Exhale, down. Breathe in on knees. Exhale out to chair. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, look, fold down. Breathe in, hands at knees. Breathe out to chair. Breathe in, up. Breathe out, down. Breathe in, hands at knees. Breathe out, chair. Breathe in, up. Breathe in, breathe out, hands to prayer. And breathe here. I'm going to get myself a little glass of water. Help yourself. Good. So let's do some standing work. So find your way to a stand, and let's move your chair so that I'm going to try to adjust my screen so you can see my full body. I want you to grab your chair and walk back. Go back here. Walk back so that you're as far back as you can go with your right foot, and try to get your heel on the floor, but it's not going to make it. That's how far back. And your left knee is bent right over, your knees right over your ankle, and your front toes are at 12 o'clock. Your back toes are at 12 o'clock too. Stretch out your calf. Really feel this big calf stretch. You can straighten your back and breathe into this. Engage your abdominals. Breathe. Breathe. Stretching out that calf. Now, shift your chair around. See if you can lift that foot up off the ground. And now bring it down slowly. It's almost like crescent lunge legs. And that heel is up off the mat, but you're trying to reach the mat for a big calf stretch. Bring that right foot to meet your left, right behind your chair, and step your left foot back. You're on your left toes. Again, look at your alignment. Your right knee is right over your ankle. Your right toes are at 12 o'clock, and that knee is bent. You're stretching that leg back as far as you can and trying to get your heel on the floor. It's not going to make it. I think you'll feel this in your calf. I feel it profoundly in my calf. Stretch and breathe. Sit up tall, shoulders down your back. Breathe in and out. If it's really sore, if you're feeling discomfort, breathe into it. Now, launch and see if you can kick that leg up. And now you've got a little bit of an airplane leg. See if you can raise that leg up. I'm a little bit lopsided, and step it back really slowly, back into that crescent lunge leg. Good deal. Bring that foot up to meet the right. Switch your chair around. So now you're facing the seat of your chair. And what we're going to do is we're going to place our hands anywhere on the seat of the chair. You can grab the edge if that's available, or grab the back, wherever you can get your hands. Step your feet back. And we're going to kick that right leg back and see if you can get it straight behind you. Flex your toes towards the floor. Bring some bend into your standing leg. Don't block it out. Now draw that knee into your chest. See if you can almost touch your nose with your knee. And on an exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend it back out. Okay, let's do it all. Let's bring it all together. Exhale as you draw it into your chest and see if you can almost touch your toe. You're rounding your back. Now you're straightening your back and you're kicking it out. Flex those toes. Let's do it again. Bring it in. And send it back out on an inhale. Place that foot on the mat and bring up your left foot. Extend it long behind you. See if you can even look into your screen to see how that looks, or you can even feel it. You can look back and see if your hips are parallel. So you're not stacking your hip, not yet at least, where our hips are parallel. Parallel hips, flex toes. On an exhale, draw that knee into your nose, round your back. Kick it back, straightening your back. Inhale, exhale, draw it in. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, draw it in. And lower it to the ground. Good job. Let's do a couple cat-cows here. So try to bring your sacrum up to the ceiling, meaning pop your booty out. Now draw your pelvis in and around your back. Straighten your back, pop your booty out, look up, draw your chin in, around your back. And again, pop your booty out, look up, and draw it in. Now extend that right foot out again, like we were doing before. Look at your standing leg. Your knees are a little bit bent and unlocked. That means bringing some, what we call water. Now see if you can point your standing toes towards the wall on your side. So now my toes are pointed over there and I'm trying to stack my hips. That's I feel this on the inside of my thigh. And bring that foot down to meet the left. Extend the left foot out like we were doing before. Just extend it out, flex the toes, and now roll open. So now those toes are facing the left side of the room. And we're trying to stack our hips. Breathe in and out and lower down. Good. Good job. So let's bring the chair. I'm going to have the chair so that my hand is on the back. And we're going to practice some balance. So before we get into practicing balance, let me just say that, and Kathy may roll her eyes because I see this, I've said this in every class. I think as we get older, practicing balance is in a way the most important thing we can do, because we don't want to fall. And as we lose our balance, as we get older, we fall more. And so we want to practice how to stay upright and even how to catch ourselves, particularly in the winter with ice around. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I can be slip sliding away. So that's why balance is so important. And in balancing this alignment, getting your feet so that your toes are pointing straight ahead, your hips are on top of your knees are on top of your ankles. You're all you're not this way or that way. You're not akimbo. You've got it all lined up. That's the beginning. Your abdominals are drawn in like you're zipping your favorite pants. See if you can feel that feeling. That core brings tremendous stability to our balance practice. You have your chair. If you feel unsteady, grab that chair. There's no pride here. So keep your hand on your chair. If you fall out, you just come right back into it. So we're going to start with the basic balance pose that is never taught in yoga, but you can do this any day of the week, and I recommend that you do it. It's simply lifting your leg. So lift your foot up off the ground, hold the chair, and then see if you can let go for a second, and then grab it. If you can't, just grab it. See how long you can stay, and maybe your hands can come to prayer if you've got balance. If not, just grab the chair. You can put your hand on your hip if that's comfortable. Grab and let go. If it's there for you, shift your chair around because we're going to do it on the other side. Now simply lift your foot, flex your toes, feel that engagement. Your hips are parallel. Your shoulders are all stacked. You can open your hands. You can, if your hands are prayer, you can grab. Feel it. The other thing you can feel is, I think we've all become a bit flat-footed. See if you can draw your arch up, which is really engaging the inside of your shin. That's another way of bringing stability. Or finding a drishti point, a point right in front of you that's not moving that you can gaze at, and bring your breath to this. And bring that foot down. I recommend doing this movement. You know, if you can set aside 5 minutes a day and do it on 2 minutes on each side and take a minute to get yourself lined up, I think it's really going to be beneficial. Another thing, if just lifting your leg seems like, okay, I've got that down, now try to bring your foot out in front of you and have your chair, if it's convenient. My right foot is raised. My left hand can be on top of my chair. I can try to let go and see how that goes. And see if that's comfortable. And lower down. Now, I'm going to shift my chair again. It's easy for me to do. I don't know if your chair is light enough that you can just be shifting it around. I'm going to raise my left foot up. I'm going to look at my alignment. I'm going to get all aligned. And I'm going to raise that foot up. You're bringing a little bit of bend to your standing leg. It's not bent, it's just unlocked, I should say. Stand up tall, draw the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Your shoulder blades are going down your back and you're breathing drishti. And bring that foot to your mat. So while we're on this side, we have to shift our chairs everywhere. Now we're going to take it to the next level, which is tree. So kickstand, which is toes on mat, ankle to ankle, or heel to ankle. That's one way. We're sitting up tall. We're looking down. We've got everything lined up. If that's super easy, bring your foot to the inside of your shin. Your knee, you want to open it. So if your knee is flopping in, try to draw it open. Your hip bones are facing straight ahead. That's one way. And then if you're really, really into it, you can draw your foot up into your thigh. Your foot, regardless of where it is pressing against that standing leg. There's tension there. Breathe and drishti. Hold the back of the chair. Try to release it for a second or two. Grab it again. Just see where it goes. Unlock your standing leg and breathe. If you fall out, no worries. And lower down. So that's tree. I'm going to shift my chair because I want to do tree on the other side. So again, it can be kickstand. So my toes are on the mat. This is perfectly good. And you can do this. It's still balanced. You can bring it up to the inside of the shin. Cool. Good there. Or bring it right up into the thigh. And find that unmoving point in front of you. And breathe. and lower down. Good job. So we've done that basic lifting of the leg, moving it, going into tree, because the tree is not only balance, but it's also a hip opener. So we're getting our knee drawn back. And that's, that's another one of these poses that kind of brings it all together. We've also practiced eagle pose. So a full eagle is a double bind. Your right arm goes underneath your left. You draw your shoulders up to your shoulder height. So do that and feel the opening in between your shoulder blades. So bring your arms out in front. You're wrapping your right arm underneath your left. You're seeing if your palms are together in front of you, and you're drawing your elbows up to be in line with your shoulders, right? So I feel this profoundly. My shoulder blades are separated. They're really stretching. So that's great. If you're in this, try to move your palms a little bit forward. So you're making a beak. So this is the arm situation in eagle. Good. Unwrap. Now wrap your left arm underneath your right. So we're shifting arms. And because we're human, each side, we have one sensation on one side of our body and one sensation on the other side. So this may feel different. Draw your shoulders up in line with draw your elbows up in line with your shoulders and see if you can point your palms towards the wall in front of you, making a beak. So the beak of an eagle. Big shoulder stretch, right? Big. And release, breathe. Take some deep breaths in and out. Watch your breath come into your body, come up, fill your chest, and release it out. And again, deep in and out. So we did the bind for the arms with eagle. Now we're going to do the bind with the legs. Wrap your right leg. I'm grabbing the back of my chair. Wrap your right leg. We'll actually come into a slightly bended leg position, like we're coming into a chair pose. And from this position, wrap your right leg around your left. So like you're sitting. This is a position we all take probably 18 times a day. If you can, wrap your toes around your shin. If you can't, leave your toes flexed on the outside of your shin and sink into this. You can hold your chair. You can try to let go for a moment to practice your balance. You want to sink your hips. Super challenging pose. Breathe into it. And come out. You might say, well, I thought this was chair yoga. Well, that was actually chair pose, kind of a chair pose. So it is chair yoga, but it's challenging. This is not the easiest thing. So we did eagle on wrapping we did it with wrapping the right leg around. Now we're going to wrap the left leg. I shifted my chair. You put your chair in whatever position you needed to. Again, we're coming into bent legs. So like you're going to sit into a chair. You're going to go kind of back. Your hips are behind. Look down. See if you can see your toes. That's important. You can see your toes. If not, then you've got to draw your knees back. And now wrap the left leg over the right. You can leave your toes on the outside of your right shin, or if it's there for you, try to wrap your toes around. But you want that standing leg knee to be at 12 o'clock. You don't want to compromise on that. Let go if you can and sink into this. I can't sink very far, but this is definitely, again, a balance, hip opening, bind, and come out of it. Super challenging, right? Super challenging. Good. Bring your arms up Look up. Good. See if you can fold forward. If this is too much, just place your hands on your knees. See if you can straighten your back. Crown of your head coming to the front of your room. And if it's there for you, inch your hands down your shins. And see if you need to hold onto the chair, do. I don't want you to topple over, but see if you can get one hand, maybe your left hand, on the floor. And come up. And again, inch your hands up your leg. When you get to your knees, straighten your back. Really straighten and draw the crown of your head forward. Draw your belly up and in. Good deal. And come back down to a seated position. Good job. Well done. Make an adjustment. So sort of mimicking what we were just starting to do there. We were doing a forward bend. We're going to do this, but from a seated position. So make sure your hips are hip width distance apart. Your toes are pointed forward. Bring your left hand and place it between your feet. You can be cupcake fingers, so you can be up on your fingertips. And draw your right arm up and see if you can look at your thumb. So try to stack your shoulders. You can use the leverage of your left arm and your left knee to see if you can breathe into this and twist deeper. So when you're doing twists, you inhale, extend, exhale, twist deeper. Breathe in, extend, exhale, twist deeper. Breathe in, extend, exhale, twist deeper. Good. Come out of it, place your hands on your knees, come back up, sit up tall. And now we're going to do this on the other side. We're going to, okay. Yeah, cheers. Kathy, so maybe start looking up at that right hand, and now place your right hand between your feet and extend the left arm up using your right forearm against your right knee to really use it as leverage to try to stack your shoulders. Look up, look up, look up, and come out of it. Draw your hands up to your knees and breathe. Okay, we're gonna do the warrior. So come around, place your right knee in front of you, and that right foot is at 12 o'clock, and slide your left leg behind you. I'm on my left toes. My right knee is bent. Just look at your alignment, see if you're where you are. And my pelvis is right on my chair. So that's the feeling. And I'm going to try to place my hands. I don't know how your chair is, but I'm going to see if I can feel my hip bones. My hip bones should be pointing towards the wall in front of me. I'm going to bring my hands to cactus and breathe here. And now bring them up to warrior one arm. So you're wrapping your ears with your triceps. I like to turn my hands in so my pinkies are drawn towards one another. That for me gives me an additional leverage. So play with that and see if that makes a difference for you. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and out. Now bring your arms back down. See if you can grasp them behind you and draw your shoulders down your back. Try to get the middle of your chest pointing to the ceiling. You can look up if that helps and draw your shoulders down your back. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And now come out of this. Come back to a comfortable seated position with both of your legs facing the front of the room. And we're going to shimmy around And do the same thing on the other side. So now my left knee is pointing to the left wall. My right foot is out long behind me. I'm on my toes. I'm looking down. Can I get my knee right over my ankle? Good. Breathe in. Check out your hip alignment. How are your hips? Are your hip joints facing that wall to the side? Breathe here. Bring your hands up or arms up to cactus. Breathe. And then bring them up to warrior one. Arms wrapping your triceps around your ears. Breathe. Bring your arms down, grasp your hands behind you, draw them down your back, open up your chest. Try to reach the middle of your chest up to the ceiling as you look up. Breathing, engaging your abdominal muscles, breathing. And now come out of it. Gently shift your body around and back into a comfortable seated position. Place your hands on your knees and breathe, closing your eyes. Taking some deep breaths. Watching your breath come in and out of your body. Dropping your shoulders, bringing the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Feeling strong and grateful for making your way into this practice today. Grateful for all that your body can do and has done. Maybe through illness, to celebrate wellness. Breathe in and out. Think of somebody who you would like to wish well. We wish them well. Think of something that you would like to wish well. Maybe it's your town or an animal or some piece of equipment that you appreciate, whatever it is, wish it well. Breathe in and out. Now wish yourself well. We are the beginning of bringing wellness to the world. Bring your hands to your chest. We'll end the practice with the sound of one Om. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. Om. Bring your thumb knuckles to your forehead and look up to the light. The light in me honors the light in you. We bow together and we say, Namaste. Namaste.